All right, folks, good morning. Doing an unscheduled live stream. Actually, a tour of Deck 16 on the Norwegian Joy. I never can remember when I'm doing lives on here how to reverse the camera because it doesn't give me the normal setting. So I'm going to turn it around and hopefully you'll be able to see this. Anyway, this is in the buffet area, the Garden Cafe. I'm not going to go through the whole buffet. I have a video on that. We're just going to roll down and go out of the Garden Cafe on onto the other parts of Deck 16. Good morning. Thank you. Of course, Deck 16 is the pool deck area. There are several accessible entrances. As you see, I've got to hit the hand signal. They don't have them turned on yet this morning. And we're outside. All right, so the Deck 16 area, of course, has the pool deck. I see Mr. Bucket List is out doing his tour this morning as well. This, of course, is a bar that I've used on numerous occasions. Good morning. The Waves Bar. This is the adult pool. Of course, it's not accessible, as you can tell. It's also, for this big a ship, it's a very small pool. You've got steps up, and it gets really busy during the day. There's a lot of people in here. That's the stage for entertainment purposes. There you see Mr. Bucket List going up the stairs. I hope, since I can't see what I'm filming, that's the water slide, which Justin did that yesterday. It comes up on Deck 17 above. And this is the kids' pool. One of the things that's interesting about the kids' pool, folks, is look at this. That is actually a wheelchair accessible area for the kids. And this is the other main pool. The first one was adults only. This is the main pool area. And it is, kids are allowed in this one. The other one's adults only. Notice there's no accessible chairs anywhere. They don't have a shower. Big hot tub up here, which of course you gotta have go up steps. So that's not unusual on any cruise ships. Both hot tubs, and they have to access them with steps over here and on up, as well as steps into the main pool. Good morning. This is another bar. Of course, it's not open yet. It's early on Sunday morning, so while things are not real busy out here right now. This is the bottom part of the death-defying drop that goes from way up, like Deck 20. You drop down to this area. Justin did that yesterday also. Got a little yoga class going on. It'll be quiet when I go through here. And that's the end of the pool area on Deck 16. We go back through to the aft elevator banks. There are, of course, two major sets of elevators. And then the aft portion of Deck 16 is the Galaxy Pavilion. It's going to be a little loud in here, folks. Of course, this is the kids area, which has all sorts of games, extreme drone racing, and it's a pretty big area. It's not open yet. Of course, that has the car for racing, all sorts of games in here for the kids and adults. Pretty expensive. And then we'll go back out here so I can turn the camera around and see if we've got any comments or people in the chat room, but I will get out of the loud music. So that's deck 16 on the Norwegian Joy. And okay, I'll stop here rather than getting out in the hot sun. Let's see if I can see anything. Hi there, Tom's with us, Mike's with us. Hi, guys. Katie's here, Nikki's here. How was Cartagena? Cruising is fun anytime. Is here. Good morning. Enjoy your vacation. Did you find the plaque wall? No, I have not found the plaque wall. Quite frankly, I haven't looked for the plaque wall. Cartagena was absolutely marvelous. Where in Puerto Limon, I struggled getting on and off the bus for the tour, and opted not to get off the bus when we were at the banana plantation, because it was really gravelly, kind of fluffy gravelly, and I was afraid that the chair would just mire up in the gravels. Plus, I didn't want to struggle getting back off and on the bus. Different story yesterday at Cartagena. I was actually on a hop-on, hop-off tour. You guys have seen those buses everywhere. I was able to fold the chair. The guys put it right in the bus. They had an area for chairs. I got in easily at one step up and in the seat. Then when we got to the walking tour of Old Town, that was a 15, 20-minute ride through Cartagena. Got to the place where the walking tour started, and they asked me if I wanted to try that. And I asked about, how accessible is it? Are there problems with curbs? And they said, for the most part, no. And so I said, well, I would like to try it. And if it gets somewhere that I can't, I can't go, I'll just not, but that's okay. So they sent one of the employees with me in case I got into problems to help. So not only do we have a tour guide through Old Town, I had an extra person that was there just in case I needed some extra assistance. And I thought, wow, was that a cool thing for them to do? So we did the whole tour. Was about an hour and a half, probably closer to 2-hour walking tour. Of course, I'm riding. The only problems I had on the entire thing, there were 2 little curbs, not even the regular street curbs, but 2, curbs about that high that were just a slight bit too high for the chair to go over without taking a hard run at it and taking a chance on the chair. For those two little curbs, I just stood up, and my guy took the chair, lifted it up over the curb, and I sat back down. So it worked out really well. So that was excellent. When we went to one of the emerald shops, and there's Mr. Bucket List. Hi, Mr. Bucket List.
Hello.
Where are you? There you are.
What's going on?
That's Justin. I'm just giving them a report on my excursion yesterday.
Okay.
So anyway, I went to the emerald shop, and there's actually an emerald mine downstairs in the shop. I didn't know that. And then upstairs in the shop is a finishing room where they cut, shape, polish, making the jewelry, whatever they do at the emerald store. I couldn't go up those stairs or downstairs. So I sat in the shop itself and flirted with 6 ladies that are there to sell jewelry. And it was air conditioned. So that was a nice break for me. It was hot. Oh, my stars. It had to be 100, I would think, if not even a little more. It was brutally hot. And that was early in the morning because my tour started at 8. So, by then it's maybe 10-ish. So when we finished the walking, good morning, Steve. When we finished the walking tour, I got back on the hop on, hop off bus. Of course, we folded the chair up. The guys put it right back in its little slot in the bus itself. And then I opted to stay on the bus and did the full loop all the way around the 14 stops in Aruba, and then it went back to the ship. They did drop us off in the area that I went to before when I didn't have the camera, and I got to play with the sloth and talk to a couple parrots and a couple peacocks, and so they let us off right there. And but I was so hot by then, so hot and sweaty, needing a drink, that I didn't even take. I think I took one picture of a flamingo and one picture of a couple of the peacocks, and I didn't even go looking for the sloth. I just wanted to, because that's about a half mile from the ship. I just wanted to roll on back to the ship, get in the air conditioning, get something to drink. Quite frankly, a drink and an adult beverage. And that's what I did. So I didn't even go looking for the sloth yesterday. But all in all, man, it was a phenomenal tour. That's probably one of the best days I've had at sea, only because of being able to do the excursion. It was fantastic. Did you have a time change yesterday? Yes, last night we're back to my time, Eastern Daylight Time again. And the last 2 time changes, I've gotten the little cards in the room. The first 2, I never did see cards. Now, whether my room guy, failed to show them, and I had just missed out totally on anything about those time changes. But the last 2, I've been more in touch with. Think about the sun last week at Cartagena with no power and no air conditioning. That would have been pretty brutal. One thing about it, up until yesterday, I was back into my realm of freezing in the air conditioning. And my room I have the thermostat, turned up about as far as it'll go. So my room's comfortable for me. Wouldn't be comfortable for most people. But after the heat yesterday, I didn't mind being back in the air conditioning at all last night. Good morning. So anyway, but it was a great tour. It was fun. It was a bit challenging, but boy, it was so nice to do something like that. Aruba today, we don't land in Aruba till 1 o'clock. And I have a 2 o'clock, the Best of Aruba tour, which I think is back on a regular bus again. So I'm going to see if I do better getting on and off the bus now that I've been a little more active. But we'll see. So the one interesting thing is I've got to get back into talk to my guy at Scoot Around when I get back. I found out when I was I used the chair to get on the ship, expecting the scooter to be in my cabin, and it wasn't there. So it's happened before. So I called guest services, told them about it. I called Scoot around to make sure they hadn't made a mistake before we sailed. And then, of course, I was busy after that because I had the meetings with the groups. And so by the time I got back to my room, which was after dinner, there's still no scooter. So I called guest services again. They gave me to the special needs coordinator. She sent a scooter up. Apparently they had one on the ship someplace. I noticed that there wasn't a tag on this one like I normally have. But what I found out was that Norwegian in Miami delivers to the terminal. My scooter was actually in the terminal. Nobody told me that. All the years I've been screaming for terminal delivery, the one time I need it delivered to my cabin, it's delivered to the terminal. Oy vey. So I got to talk to Scoot around now to see, which since I'm traveling with the chair, if they'll go back to delivering to the cabin for me. So I haven't figured out quite yet how I could possibly pick up the scooter and have the chair. I don't think I'd want the chair to go in luggage the way they throw luggage around. I don't know. Haven't figured that one out yet, but that's a problem for the next cruise. So anyway, I'll talk to them when I get back home. Dennis is with us. Hey, Dennis. Wasn't expecting a pop-up stream. Fantastic. I normally, I don't do this very often, but I decided, I've got nothing to do until 2 o'clock this afternoon. I tried, see if some people popped in when they wasn't scheduled. Gave me a chance to do a tour of Deck 16. And so, yeah. And we'll see what kind of numbers I get and that kind of thing. Steve says, glad excursions are working out. Thanks, Steve. I had the Best of Aruba tour booked also on a future cruise. Remember the Sky in Miami? That was a terminal scooter delivery. But I didn't have a chair then. So, yeah. And I didn't think about it. It never crossed my mind to check on that ahead, and nobody said anything about it. And it's my fault. I should have checked that out before. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go up and try to get some work done here this morning in the cabin. So glad you guys popped into the live stream. Maybe we'll do this more. I like doing the lives. I got to see now how the numbers work out. But anyway, guys, thanks for being with me. We'll probably do this again, so at least when I have a stream, and I had a decent one up here early this morning. So, all right, guys, thanks for being here. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Y'all have a fantastic rest of the weekend. And I'm heading to Aruba in a couple hours. So have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow at, I'll be doing an early show tomorrow. I got to check my schedule. Tomorrow is probably going to be an early show. Dennis says, next time you do a pop-up stream, put live in the title. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I would have arrived earlier had I known. Thanks, Dennis. That's a great idea. Team replay. And cases. Thumbs up. Oh, yeah, everybody, give me a thumbs up. That'll help, too. If you're listening, want to join us, subscribe. hit the bell notification. You'll know when I go live or when a new video is posted. All right, everybody have a great day. See you later on today or tomorrow. Who knows? Never can tell anymore. Later, y'all.